Boxing analyst Adam Smith has dubbed the upcoming clash between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker a must-watch showdown. He praised Dubois' devastating knockout power while acknowledging Parker's resurgence under the guidance of Andy Lee. With Don Charles refining Dubois' skill set, the young powerhouse has evolved into a serious threat. Smith believes Parker's best chance lies in dragging the fight past the 4th or 5th round, where his experience could take over. However, Dubois' raw power, proven against elite opponents, remains a major danger, especially given Parker's past struggles, including his defeat.
A lot of divided opinions over this fight. What's your thoughts on it when it arrives on February 22nd?
Yeah, really looking forward to the fight. I love it as a match. I think it's a very good sign that Daniel Dubois is taking a defense like this. But Joseph Parker's been in phenomenal form. Him and Andy Lee have got this great bond. So too is Daniel Dubois with Don Charles. I think it's terrific. I think if Joe Parker's still knocking around after 4 or 5, it becomes a very hard fight for Daniel Dubois. But Dubois got real power, as we saw against Joshua. So, yeah, Parker's been down. He's been knocked out by Joe Joyce. You know, Dubois, the fresher guy, but Joseph Parker's on such great form at the moment. I think it's a terrific, terrific matchup, and it's not even the main event.
To Joe Joyce. Scheduled for February 22nd, this matchup guarantees high-stakes action, even though it won't be the night's main event following Alexander Usyk's showdown with Tyson Fury. Adding further intrigue, Dubois recently ignited controversy by storming the ring and calling out Usyk despite his looming battle with Parker. It was a bold move, but as Dubois explained, this is show business. Nevertheless, when pressed on the matter, he made it clear that Parker remains his primary focus. "My mind's firmly set on you, Joe," Dubois declared, promising to dismantle Parker before shifting his attention to Usyk. The stakes couldn't be higher as Dubois prepares for what is arguably the toughest test of his career. With every fight, Dubois has evolved, sharper, stronger, and more dangerous than ever. Unlike past opponents such as Deontay Wilder, who often fought with caution, Dubois is relentless, pressing forward with non-stop aggression and explosive combinations.
With the fights that he's had and the wins that he's had under his belt, this is going to be the toughest fight because he's in great form. He looks good. He's improved with each fight and gotten better and better. And with, say, for example, Zhang and Wilder, they didn't throw a lot of punches. But with Dubois, he's relentless with the pressure, and he throws combinations, and they're all powerful. So at this stage, this is the toughest challenge.
His rapid technical growth and high-pressure style make this showdown even more intense, particularly with a world championship title on the line. This moment will define Dubois' career, and the boxing world is watching closely. Can Parker's momentum carry him to victory, or will Dubois' sheer power prove too much to handle? Renowned boxing expert Turki Al-Sheikh has also weighed in on this highly anticipated bout, calling it a fight that could shake up the heavyweight division. He backs Parker to win, citing his superior experience and well-rounded skill set as key.
2nd of February, it's going to be big. Make sure you tune in. I'm actually going to come out to Saudi and watch the fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois. Good luck to both men. And then me and His Excellency, we have a agreement. He picks his side, I pick my side, and we see who wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is important things, and this is the most important things for me. Joshua coming back to the kingdom in 25, inshallah.
Factors that could neutralize Dubois' knockout power. According to Al-Sheikh, this is a defining moment for Parker, an opportunity to cement his legacy and prove he still belongs at the top. With everything on the line, the pressure is immense. Will Parker's experience and resilience be enough to outclass Dubois, or will the young powerhouse's raw strength dictate the outcome? This fight is as close as it gets. Joseph Parker has experience on his side and is in peak form, having built strength under George Lockhart and refined his game with Andy Lee.
I don't know, really. You can lean either way. Joe Parker has got so much experience, and he's not an old guy, and he's in the form of his career. He's put on a bit of strength as well under George Lockhart. He's got this wonderful bond with Andy Lee. He's got real momentum. The one thing against Joe is that he's been out of the ring for a while. I thought they were going to keep him busier in Saudi. They haven't. It's going to be a number of months since he's been in the ring, whereas Daniel obviously fought AJ in September. So that might play against Joe, but if Joe shows the sort of form that beat Wilder and Zhang, it's going to be a very hard fight for Daniel Dubois. But with Daniel Dubois being the fresher guy, in unbelievable form himself and coming off that Joshua win, you've got to put him as a slight favourite, but it's one of those, and I can't wait.
It gives him momentum, but one concern remains: his time away from the ring. Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois has been active, coming off a huge win over AJ in September, keeping him sharp and dangerous. If Parker brings the same form that saw him take down Wilder and Zhang, Dubois will have a serious challenge on his hands. However, with Dubois being fresher and in top shape, he enters as the slight favorite.
Fantastic fighter, an incredible story. Great seeing him win a big award on Saturday night. I think he's got a huge future. I think he's got a really dangerous fight in front of him with Joseph Parker. It's a fight I absolutely love. I just think, he probably shouldn't have used that moment. It was a moment for Alexander Usyk. It was a moment really for Usyk and Fury to finish 24 rounds. And I think Dubois could have just waited. Also, he has this big fight against Parker, so wasn't quite sure it was the right time. But I have no problem with him saying that he wants to take on all comers. That's terrific, just so long as he's got all eyes on Parker, which I know he has. He works extraordinarily hard at Don Charles's farm gym, and last time I saw him was a few weeks back, just off his holiday from Brazil. He already looked in brilliant shape. But Joe Parker, I've spent a lot of time with him over the last 6-9 months, and he has put on a bit of muscle. He really fancies this fight. He's got momentum. Him and Andy Lee have got an incredible bond going together. He's got nothing to lose. He's got no pressure on him. I think this is it's a humdinger, and it's not even the main event. What a night, February 22nd.
Either way, this fight has all the makings of a classic. Joe Parker has spent the last 6 to 9 months in relentless preparation, adding muscle and sharpening his skills. With a renewed sense of confidence under Andy Lee's guidance, he's in peak form and carrying serious momentum into this fight. With no pressure and everything to gain, he steps into the ring fully focused. This showdown is shaping up to be an all-out war, and it's not even the main event. February 22nd promises a night of unforgettable action.
I know that Dubois' confidence is brimming, that his execution has been incredible. Where do you find your advantages? What does Parker bring to the table that none of the past opponents have been able to do with Dubois?
I'll be able to use speed and movement. I'll be able to use experience. I've been in the ring with a lot of top fighters, and had some good wins, had some losses, but I'm able to bring all of that and use it with this fight.
When asked about his advantages in this fight, Joseph Parker didn't hesitate to break down what sets him apart. He emphasized his speed, movement, and deep well of experience, tools he believes will allow him to outmaneuver Daniel Dubois. Having battled some of the best in the sport, Parker has learned how to adapt under pressure, making him a tricky and unpredictable opponent. Unlike Dubois' past challengers, Parker's tactical approach could be the key to disrupting Dubois' relentless offense. With everything on the line, Parker is stepping into the ring ready to prove that skill and strategy can outshine raw power. The clash between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker is set to be one of the year's most electrifying matchups. With both fighters at the peak of their game, February 22nd promises non-stop action and high-stakes drama. Don't miss a moment.